Alright, so we do have a couple of things that we may consider doing, all of which will be beneficial to our quest. I think one of the most important things to do in the short term is to get some more food, and considering that Skara Brae is one of the, I guess, best places in terms of price to go for food, we should definitely head there. But what I'm thinking is that we should do that unconventionally, because normally we've been going there by Moongate, but now we can go there by ship. And along the way, we can actually stop off at another place that is on our list, which is the other castle that we have not yet visited. We've been to Castle Lyceum and we've been to Empath Abbey, but the other place that we need to go is Serpent's Hold, which is located along the bottom portion or the southern portion of the continent. And to get to Skara Brae, we essentially have to go south and then around the bottom of the continent and come up on the other side, so this will be a perfect opportunity to head there. Now, when we get up to Skara Brae, we can also eventually head back to Jalome and head over to the Shrine of Valour, which shouldn't be too far off from the city itself. So, let's not go into Lord British's castle, oops. Let's go get into our boat and we're gonna set sail. So because the winds are coming from the south, of course our travel will be quite slow, and you'll see along the way we're gonna pass a lot of little things. There's Pause, by the way, the city of Pause, and then these little swamp-filled islands are the Fens of the Dead as well, which we've learned contain mandrake. There's Trinsic. And now we're going with the wind, so that's good. And you'll see now that we're at a bunch of little islands here, and on one of these is Serpent's Hold, this one. So we've just disembarked, and now if we head down here, voila, there it is. So let's head inside and talk to some people. Now, on our to-do list, we have to find the one-handed beggar here to ask about orbs. So we're going to try to make sure to do that. Let me just get back over here and let's go in. All right. And lo and behold, there is a beggar right at the front door. So let's talk with this person. Their name is Roderick. They are a destitute, stinking beggar. They can't work. They've lost a hand. Well, that's ringing a bell, is it not? It was eaten by a Zorn. Wilt thou give me gold? Yes, thou art kind. The orbs, right, which we are here to ask about. An orb of blue light will raise thy strength, dexterity, and intelligence, but at a cost. Okay. Blue orbs raise at a cost. And this is a little bit of, I guess, a vague hint for the moment, but the blue orbs are things that we'll be finding in the dungeons that can permanently raise a party member's stats, but it takes away your health. So it's like a little bit of a gamble, right? If you go in there with plenty of heals, you're okay. But anyway, we'll see more of that when we get there. I don't want to spoil too much. Okay, so we have that information. Let's just go over here for a moment and see if there's any passable walls. Because that's my new mission in life, is to find passable walls. And so far, so good. We can talk with these guards too. The gate guard. A very big guard who guards the gates. He's very strong. And these are the gates to Serpent's Castle. Okay. We don't really need to say much more to them, I don't think. The one thing that we didn't do was actually give this person money, so we should definitely do that. And then we'll do our usual 30 gold pieces. There we go. Raise up some of that compassion. Now, who are you? A beautiful paladin. This is Michelle. Welcome unto Serpent Castle. Very well. Art thou well? Yes. Very good. Perhaps thou seeks sentry. He is the lord here. Take the west passage. Okay. Well, we can definitely go and see that person. Okay, so maybe we won't go see him right away. Let's head up first and see what we find. Look who's a liar. Our town welcomer is directionally impaired. Okay, so we found Sentry, who looks to be like the Baron of this place. We've talked to other barons in other castles. Usually these conversations aren't very fruitful. He says, I am Sentry. You see a stately Baron. He rules the province. Oh, we're not going to give him any gold. Oops. He is well. Yes, these islands and much more. Alright. Now, normally there's a baroness that he tries to kind of pass the torch off to. But not here, apparently. So let's go this way. Let's see what's over here. I definitely don't see any passable walls. I'm not going to talk with the guard, but we will speak with this person. A tall fighter by the name of Durham. He quests for glory, and he's fairly well. He feels that when on a quest, that his life has purpose. Art thou on a quest? Yes, then thy life has meaning. Okay, there's not another option for him, so we're probably going to have to come back. If questing have meaning is a pretty good summary for our conversation, so we should probably try to remember where Durham is, because he may have more information for us later after we talk to some other people. Let's try this way. Oh, there's another dude in here who's just the same. This is Garum. He's a bold fighter. He fights with courage. Do you? Yep, I sure do. He is quite well. Courage makes kings out of knaves. Ooh, and he doesn't have anything else to say either. Okay, courage makes kings from knaves. Alright. And doesn't look like there's any passable walls in here either. Okay. But you know a place where I did see some passable walls, eh? Up here. There's two of them, but we're gonna go visit these door places first. So the academy, it looks like. The training master. We have Shira. She trains warriors to fight with courage. Her health is prime. Train well and thy courage can grow with confidence. Wilt thou train? Absolutely. Bravo. Oh wow, nobody wants to say more than one thing to us here. Alright. Well, you see a ranger engrossed in training. Okay. He's a ranger, engrossed in training. He is training. His health is excellent. He trains so that he might survive the dungeons. He plans to conquer the secret of the altar rooms. Dost thou? Yes. Ask our teacher about the rooms, for she knows much. All right. Okay, ask trainer about altars. Okay, let's go back down here first. A ranger engrossed in training. I wonder if this is all going to be the same. Looks like it. Yep, okay. Well, let's go back and talk to Shira then. Let's ask her about altar rooms. In the altar room of courage, use the red, orange, purple, and white stones. Ask a guard of the altar room. Okay. That's pretty important information. So we're going to add that in. So courage, altar room, orange, and white. I wonder actually if the order is important. Let me just put those in order. Okay. Well, that's very important information. So now we have to ask a guard. Let's go do that. A baronial guard. Can we ask them about it? Doesn't look like it. He guards our lord. He is most good. Sentry rules this castle. Dost thou wish an audience with Sentry? Yes, granted. Enter. This castle is built on courage. Okay. We also forgot to write our title up here. There we go. Okay, so this was not a good guard to talk to about courage, but maybe we'll go and speak with one of these guys. A very big guard. The gate guard. Maybe we're not seeing the altar room as a prompt right away, so maybe it's this guard. A handsome guard. Samuel. Oh, maybe we should talk to this person as well. He guards the passage. Art thou looking for someone? Yes. Who? Oh, look at this. We have more information we can't get yet. This place is just a mess with things that we don't actually know. Okay, this is all very cryptic. Let's go over here. Let's talk to this guard. A buxom guard named Lori. Are we looking? Okay. Lori the guard. Guards the passage. Art thou looking for someone? Yes. Who? Don't be cryptic with me, folks. Tell me. Oh, well then. Alright. Let's go into this area here, because there are some more people to talk to. We see a seasoned fighter named Rourke. He fights for Britannia. He just healed. Art thou well? Yes. Then strive to find the secrets of the Abyss. The great Stygian Abyss holds the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. He knows little. Okay. Find Codex in Abyss. It's pretty well the information we've been getting all along. Okay, let's also go talk to this person. A courage healer. Well, we don't really need to be healed, but we can donate some blood. And the only time you can donate blood is if your HP is full. So we'll do that. And there that is. Okay. We'll go over here then. Oh no. A wounded sailor named Lasshorn. He's a sailor. He alone survived the shipwreck. What is he talking about? Come with me, man. We'll go back on the boat. You'll have your time in the sun again. The HMS Cape. Okay, survived shipwreck of HMS Cape. Ever heard of her? No, she was a mighty vessel. But I've heard of her now. I wonder if I ask him again about her, now that he's told me about it, if that counts. Yes. She was a mighty vessel. So he says the same thing either way. That's kind of strange that he's just hanging out in there. Let's go back into our secret walls. So there's one here, and then there's also another one on the other side in the same spot. But we're gonna go this way first, I suppose. A treasure guard. Ooh, we can ask these ones about altar rooms. Treasure guard. They're burly. They guard the Lord's treasure. Their health is excellent. This treasure is not for thee. Dost thou intend to steal our Lord's treasure? No. Wise move, Buster. I feel like they should put Buster after that. Seek out Durham for knowledge of dungeons. Okay. Treasure guard. Seek Durham for dungeon knowledge. Alright. Well, we're on a wild goose chase. Oh, there's another secret wall right here. Nothing over there, eh? Doesn't look like it. It's over here. A person. We meet a spiny Nixie. Her name is Noxum. She swims the seas. And she's nice and wet. Well then. There are many ships at the bottom. A survivor would know where to search. Survivor would know where to search bottom of sea for ships. I wonder if we need to go back and talk with Lassorn. Hast thou heard of the HMS Cape? Yes, she had a magical wheel that would strengthen her hull. Magical wheel, strengthened hull. Okay, so we know of a survivor of the HMS Cape incident. And we probably should try to find that magical wheel for sure. Cool. Alright. So let's go back in here then. And head over to the other side. Oh look, there's another dude in here. Oh, Sister Antos. How unexpected. A wise druid who has important information. Her health is well and up. On what subject? Tell me about the bell, please. The bell of courage is needed to enter the abyss. Dost thou have it? No. Then ask the fighter Garum, for he knows where it lies. Cool. Ask Garum of bell. Okay, so let's go back up here and we'll just add some extra spots here for Durham and Garum because we got to go back and chat with them. There we go. And we'll just take a quick peek around in here as well. See if there's anything good. I don't see any other passable walls. And I wonder if this just brings us to the other side of the Nixie Pond. It would seem that way. Okay. So then back to talk to our two fighters then. I'll go see Garum first. Tell me about the bell, good sir. The Bell of Courage lies at the bottom of a deep well in the sea, found at latitude NA and longitude LA. Okay. Bell is NA LA. Alright, so that's something else that we can try to find. So that's just in the middle of the ocean somewhere, so that's fun. And we do have the sextant, so we're able to look at those types of locations and move around and kind of see where we're at. Well, that's good. Now let's go talk with Durham and see if he'll tell us about some other stuff. The dungeons. The altar room of courage gives the third part of a key. Okay, I think we already knew that each altar gives parts of the key, but we're gonna write courage gives third key part. Because maybe, again, I don't know if order is important. It probably is in this game. Something about that key might tell us something. And it has to be last in the order of 3. Okay, and the other thing, did we go back and talk with Ashira again? I don't know if we did. Oh, I think we did. But just for the sake of knowing. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, perfect. Well, I think we've spoken with everybody here. And maybe we can just donate more to Roderick again while we're here. Okay, great. Well, I think that about wraps up Serpent's Hold. So we have a couple of new things to do from this, like find the bell and... Oh, no, we're not done in here, actually. Because we should talk to this person again, Lassorn. We'll ask him about the wheel. Cool. She went down in the deep waters of the bay in the Cape of Heroes. Okay. Where are you, buddy? Alright. Don't quite know where the Cape of Heroes is. But let's see if he'll tell us other things. Maybe he'll tell us where the Cape of Heroes is. The HMS Cape. Yes, we've heard of her. Mighty vessel. And went down in the deep waters of the bay in the Cape of Heroes. So I'm just looking at my map because there are lots of little places that you can label based on the writing on the map, you can decode it using the back of the manual. There's a key. All right. Well, that was all fine and good. We did a good job here. Got lots of good information. So let's just save our game. There we go. And we will head back to our ship and continue our trip along the way. So we're just going to maneuver through these islands, and then we're going to be heading west and then north up the other side of the continent. And our food is starting to run not terribly low, but it freaks me out whenever our food does get a little bit low. I feel like we should be running into something by now. There we go. Where are these islands? I think we've completely passed Jalome, maybe. Hard to say. And if that's the case, Skara Brae should be right up in this general direction. Oh, hey, skeleton. There we go. We've made it. So we'll pop into Skara Brae. And we'll go back to Food Trough. Also known as Food for Thought, and buy some more rations. Okay, so we have $6, but I'm cool with that. We have lots of reagents and other things that we don't really need to purchase for the moment. And that'll just give me some peace of mind while we're traveling. Because that way we're not going to die a horrible death in the ocean. And the only reason why I'm saving quite a bit while traveling by ocean is that you can actually get sunk pretty easily. Especially given that our ship doesn't have any extra buffs on it. But now what we can do is head back toward Jalome. So if we head over to Shrines and Stones tab here, you'll see that Jalome is the city of Valour, which we have elevation in. So we can currently go to that shrine. And we found the rune, we have the mantra as well. Let me just scoot over so you can see. And then also too, the location of the shrine is on the next isle from Jalome. So we do need to take a look around the other islands where Jalome is located. So Jalome is just back down the coast. So we're going to head south into the wind, but we have lots of food. So that's fine. And I'm just going to hug the coast a little bit more. And these are just some little wiener islands on the way, but Jalome should be on the next set of islands south of us. Ooh, an enemy pirate ship. And there's one pirate. Okay, he's standing behind stuff on the ships. You can see if we're fighting two ships, right? There's two ship places essentially. And there's stuff in the way to make obstacles for us. It looks like two tables and a steering wheel. And that guy is kind of hiding behind obstacles, so we've actually got to go over there and penetrate his defenses. And they're still just rogues, but I'm guessing that they're actually pirates. And they do steal our money, but it's a good thing that we're broke, isn't it? There we go. And there, if we wanted another ship, there it would be. But for the moment, we don't really want another ship. Okay, so Jalome should be popping up any time now, unless I've just missed it completely, which is also a possibility. Let me just go back up here for a moment. It's hard in these oceans because there's just so much blue, and Jalome is kind of offset from the coast a little bit. Oh, we're gonna fight these Nixies. Okay, so here are these islands, and Jalome should be directly south of these. I think I was too close to the shore. Okay, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Oh, we're gonna fight these squids first, apparently. Okay, so let's try to find Jalome first. I think Jalome is just north of us, actually. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we can pop off onto this island because we know it's on the, quote, next isle. We just don't know exactly where. And it doesn't look like it's here. the shrine would be really obvious. It has a proper icon on the map, so it doesn't look like it's there. So let's try. There's another island just north. So we can jump off of our boat again. Take a look around here. It shouldn't be very far. Look at all these things that want to fight us. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's just on this little corner. So let's jump in. Okay, so how the shrines work is that you can pray here. And to pray, you essentially need to use the mantra, and you also have to identify the correct virtue that you're here for. So the shrine says, you enter the ancient shrine and sit before the altar, upon which virtue dost thou meditate? And we're here for valor. For how many cycles? So pretty much if you meditate for 1, 2, or 3 cycles, you can get different hints. But I think elevation, once you have that, you need to meditate for the 3 cycles to become a partial avatar. So we're going to choose 3. And we're beginning meditation. And so then it's going to prompt us to enter the mantra. And the mantra here is Ra. So we're going to enter that. Now I think you lose spirituality points if you enter the wrong mantra. But we're correct here, so the meditation's going to continue. And we're going to enter that again another 2 times. Okay, so we have achieved partial avatarhood in the virtue of valor. Alright, and then we are granted a vision. So these shapes we're highly encouraged to draw down, right? And to keep track of. I'm not sure what they mean, but I'm just going to take a quick second and write that down. Alright, so I've written that one. And I guess we'll see once we get all of the other visions what they all add up to, if anything. But the other thing that you'll notice too now, and you may not notice, but just below where all of our party member names are listed, we have 2 little dots. Kind of. And as we get elevation in more virtues and go to these shrines and become more parts avatar, that little shape is going to form right under there. So it kind of keeps track of how many things that we've actually accomplished in terms of reaching that avatarhood. So let's save. I guess we should actually go back to Britain. So I'm going to sail back in that general direction, and I'll see you guys when we get there.